Have you ever noticed that there are people who seem to work hard their entire lives and still never get ahead financially? They wake up early, they go to work every day, they pay their bills, they do what they were told to do. Yet somehow, year after year, they still feel stuck. Their savings account barely grows. Their debt never seems to disappear. And every unexpected expense feels like a financial emergency. What's strange is that most of these people aren't irresponsible. They're not gambling away their paychecks. They're not buying luxury cars every month. They're doing what they believe is normal. And that's exactly the problem. Because the biggest reason most people stay broke isn't one massive mistake. It's a collection of small habits, beliefs, and decisions that slowly drain their financial future. The scary part is that many of these habits are considered completely normal. Today, we're going to talk about why most people stay broke and how you can avoid the same traps. Because once you see these patterns, you'll never look at money the same way again. The first reason most people stay broke is because they spend money to look successful. Think about it. How many people do you know who drive expensive cars but have almost no savings? How many people wear designer clothes but carry credit card debt? How many people live in apartments or homes that stretch their finances to the absolute limit? We live in a world where appearance often matters more than reality. People want to look rich long before they become rich. And that creates a dangerous cycle. Every raise becomes an excuse to spend more. Every promotion becomes a reason to upgrade something. Instead of using increased income to build wealth, people use increased income to buy a more expensive lifestyle. The problem is that lifestyle upgrades happen immediately. Wealth takes years. And because wealth takes longer, most people choose the instant reward. They choose the nicer car, the bigger apartment, the newer phone, the expensive vacations. Then they wonder why they never seem to get ahead. Real wealth usually looks boring. It's the person driving a normal car while investing thousands every year. It's the person quietly building assets instead of showing off purchases. It's the person who understands that looking rich and being rich are two completely different things. The second reason most people stay broke is because they become addicted to monthly payments. Modern society has mastered the art of making expensive things feel affordable. Nobody talks about the total cost anymore. Everything is presented as a monthly payment. A car isn't $40,000. It's $600 a month. A phone isn't $1,200. It's $40 a month. A subscription isn't $100 a year. It's only $8 a month. Every individual payment feels small. But when you combine dozens of them together, they become overwhelming. Many people spend years working just to support a collection of monthly payments. Before they even receive a paycheck, much of their money already belongs to someone else. The wealthy tend to think differently. Instead of asking, "Can I afford the payment?" they ask, "Can I afford the purchase?" That's a completely different mindset. The third reason people stay broke is because they never build an emergency fund. This sounds simple, but it changes everything. Life is unpredictable. Cars break down. Medical bills happen. Jobs disappear. Unexpected expenses show up when you least expect them. Without savings, every problem becomes a crisis. And when every problem becomes a crisis, debt becomes the solution. That's how people get trapped. One emergency leads to a credit card balance. That balance leads to interest. The interest makes it harder to save. The lack of savings creates another emergency. And the cycle continues. An emergency fund doesn't make you wealthy, but it prevents you from moving backwards. Sometimes, financial success isn't about making huge progress. Sometimes, it's about avoiding huge setbacks. The fourth reason people stay broke is because they underestimate the power of small decisions. Most people think wealth comes from big opportunities. A huge raise, a successful business, a lucky investment. And while those things can help, wealth is usually built through consistency. Small choices, repeated thousands of times. Saving instead of spending. Investing instead of consuming. Cooking instead of ordering delivery every night. Choosing long-term benefits over short-term pleasure. None of these decisions seem life-changing in the moment. But over years, they create completely different outcomes. Financial success often comes from doing ordinary things consistently well. The fifth reason people stay broke is because they never increase their earning power. Saving money is important, but there is a limit to how much you can cut. You can only reduce expenses so far. Income, on the other hand, has much greater potential. The people who build significant wealth usually spend time increasing their value. They learn new skills. They improve their communication. They become better at solving problems. They make themselves more valuable to employers, clients, and customers. Many people spend years trying to save an extra $50 per month while ignoring opportunities to earn hundreds or thousands more. Building wealth requires both sides of the equation. You need to manage your spending, but you also need to grow your income. The sixth reason people stay broke is because they wait for the perfect moment. They say things like, "I'll start investing when I make more money. I'll start saving after I pay off this debt. I'll start budgeting next month." The problem is that there is always another excuse. There is always another reason to wait. And before they know it, years have passed. Successful people understand something important. The perfect time rarely exists. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates results. Results create confidence. And confidence creates bigger action. That's why starting small is often better than waiting for ideal conditions. The seventh reason people stay broke is because they surround themselves with people who normalize poor financial decisions. Your environment matters. A lot. If everyone around you spends everything they earn, that becomes normal. If everyone around you complains about money but never changes their behavior, that becomes normal. If nobody around you talks about investing, saving, or building wealth, those things start to feel unusual. You don't have to cut people out of your life, but you do need to be aware of the influence your environment has on your decisions. Financial habits are contagious, good ones and bad ones. The final reason most people stay broke is because they never develop a long-term vision. They focus on today, this weekend, this month, this year. But wealth is a long-term game. The decisions you make today often produce results years later. That's why wealthy people think differently. They ask questions like, what will this decision look like 5 years from now? Will my future self thank me for this purchase? Does this move me closer to financial freedom or further away? Those questions change everything. Because wealth isn't built through luck. It's built through intentional decisions made consistently over time. And that's the good news. If being broke were purely about luck, there would be nothing you could do. But it's not. It's about habits, mindsets, behaviors, and decisions. Those things can be changed. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need a six-figure income. You don't need to become a financial expert overnight. You simply need to start moving in a better direction. Save a little more. Spend a little less. Learn a little more. Invest a little earlier. Improve your skills. Think longer term. Do those things consistently, and your financial future can look completely different from your present. Most people stay broke because they never realize they're stuck in these traps. Now that you can see them, you have a choice. You can continue following the path that keeps most people struggling. Or you can start building a path toward financial freedom. And that decision starts today. This is Sovereign Finance. If you enjoyed this video and want more practical advice on building wealth, financial freedom, and smart money habits, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.